Welcome back to Find Us Here. Today you'll find us here in Waco, Texas, where Haley and I are spending the morning visiting two of the city's best-known Magnolia destinations. We're starting with breakfast at Magnolia Table, the restaurant created by Chip and Joanna Gaines, where we have a 10:30 reservation. After breakfast, we'll make the short drive over to Magnolia Market at the silos to walk around and see what's changed since our last visit. But first, we're on our way to Magnolia Table, so let's head over and get some breakfast. Magnolia Table is located right on the traffic circle at the intersection of Valley Mills Drive and LaSalle Avenue, just a few minutes from downtown Waco. It also sits right next door to two other longtime Waco favorites, Health Camp, which has been serving burgers, fries, and shakes since 1948, and Rudy's Country Store and Barbecue. Together, the three restaurants make this little corner a pretty popular stop for anyone looking for something to eat while visiting Waco. Magnolia Table itself has a long history in Waco. Before becoming part of Magnolia, this building was home to the Elite Cafe, an iconic Waco restaurant whose history dates back to 1919. The original Elite was located downtown on Austin Avenue, with this location opening here on the Waco traffic circle in 1941. After serving generations of Waco residents and travelers, the Elite closed in 2016. Chip and Joanna Gaines purchased the property the following year and began an extensive renovation, eventually reopening it as Magnolia Table in 2018. As I mentioned before, we had a 10:30 reservation for breakfast, and judging by how busy Magnolia Table was when we arrived, making that reservation was definitely a good move. The restaurant was full, but we were quickly seated at a table near the gift shop and takeout area. As we look around inside, we'll see that although the restaurant has changed considerably, they did preserve a few pieces of the old Elite Cafe and its history. Once we were seated, we were given menus to browse while we decided what we wanted for breakfast. The menu begins with several items to share at the table, including deviled eggs with bacon, a pastry basket, lemon lavender donut holes, and more. You can also order Joe's buttermilk biscuits and pastries from the Silo Baking Company. From there, there's plenty of good selections of breakfast favorites, including eggs, pancakes, French toast, eggs Benedict, and breakfast tacos. There are also several brunch and lunch choices, along with a selection of sides. On the back of the menu, you'll find coffee and espresso drinks, along with other beverages, brunch cocktails and mocktails, plus a small selection of wine and beer. After ordering our breakfast, along with a couple of lattes and a pastry basket to share, I had a few minutes to take a look around the building and see some of the details preserved from the old Elite Cafe. Near where we were sitting is the takeout area where you can pick up food to go as well as shop a small selection of Magnolia branded items. One of the most noticeable connections to the building's past is overhead. The distinctive ceiling is very much part of the old Elite architecture, while behind the bar the original cafe sign provides another nice connection to history. I didn't have long to look around before heading back to our table where our lattes and pastry basket had arrived. How's the iced caramel latte?
Really good.
It's really good. And what was that?
Lemon lavender?
Lemon lavender scone.
And that is my shirt.
Now, do we know what this is?
I think it's a chocolate croissant.
A chocolate croissant. Okay. And what is this?
I don't really know, but it looks like bacon and cheese.
Interesting. It wasn't long before our breakfast arrived. We both ordered the farmhouse breakfast with eggs and breakfast potatoes. Haley chose bacon and toast with hers, while I went with sausage and a biscuit.
Hot.
It was a filling breakfast, and everything was delicious. And my caramel latte was so good that I decided one wasn't enough. I had to order another. Back outside, we took one more look at Magnolia Table, including the separate takeout entrance, before heading back to the car. Breakfast was complete, and now we were making the short drive across Waco to our next stop, Magnolia Market at the Silos. A quick look at the map on our GPS shows that Magnolia Market isn't very far away, only about a 5-minute drive from Magnolia Table. As you can see, it's giving us 3 different routes, and all 3 take us about the same amount of time. I prefer the route shown across the top of the map, so that's the way we'll be going today. But with so little difference between them, any of the 3 will get you there just as easily. We're leaving Magnolia Table and heading back toward the traffic circle, but we don't actually have to enter the circle. Instead, we can stay to the right and use this right turn lane, which takes us briefly toward the bridge over I-35. But before reaching the bridge, we simply turn right onto the I-35 access road that runs right behind Magnolia Table. Along the way, we also pass Rudy's Barbecue next door. All 3 of the routes we saw on the GPS eventually take us to Interstate 35. I should point out, however, that since I filmed this drive, there's been a great deal of construction in this area just beyond the traffic circle and along the access road, including the removal of the flyover you've seen to our left. With that construction underway and expected to continue for quite some time, it may actually be easier to enter the traffic circle and follow what the map shows as US 77 business up to 18th or even 12th Street, then over to the interstate. So, if you're following this route yourself, just be aware that access through this area may look a little different from what you're seeing in the video. I would be sure and check your GPS. At the traffic signal ahead, we're crossing through the intersection with 18th Street, followed shortly by the signal at 17th Street. Just beyond these traffic lights, we'll have the opportunity to enter Interstate 35 for the short drive toward Magnolia Market. Be sure to take a look at traffic on the interstate before you enter. If I-35 is backed up, you can simply stay on the access road instead. Traffic this morning was moving good though, so we stayed in the left lane and entered the interstate at the next access point. We're only going to be on Interstate 35 for a very short distance. Just ahead, we'll take the exit for 5th and 4th Streets, which will put us just a few blocks from Magnolia Market at the Silos. As we take the exit for 5th and 4th Streets, we'll want to stay in the left lane. From here, we'll use the turnaround under the bridge and then come back up to 8th Street, where we'll continue toward Magnolia Market. If you're not familiar with Waco, this area is just across Interstate 35 from Baylor University, and much of its on-campus student housing. Because of that, you'll find just about every national fast food chain imaginable along this stretch, with plenty of quick and inexpensive places to eat, serving the Baylor student community. As we head down 8th Street and past Andy's Frozen Custard, we're now only a few blocks from Magnolia. The route takes us through a residential area before reaching the silos. Just before we arrived, we did have to make a one-block detour, but we're quickly back on our route and approaching Magnolia Market. As we reach Webster Avenue, which runs right in front of Magnolia, there's free parking available here on our right and also across the street. We're in no hurry though, so we're going to turn right and drive down in front of Magnolia Press and Magnolia Market to see if we can find a parking spot a little closer. If we don't see anything available, we can always turn around and come back here. As soon as we make the turn, we can see the distinctive silos of Magnolia Market in the distance ahead. The stop sign at the next street is where the road was blocked for some minor construction that was taking place during our visit. Just beyond the intersection, the green building on the left is Magnolia Press. It's a great place to stop for an espresso or another drink and a quick bite for breakfast, if, of course, you haven't just eaten at Magnolia Table like we have. The white buildings just ahead are part of Magnolia Market, and things look pretty busy here this morning. Rather than spending time looking for a closer spot, I'm going to turn around and head back to the free parking we passed a couple of blocks ago. We'll park here and make the easy walk over to Magnolia. The black building on the corner ahead is Magnolia Press, and right behind it is Magnolia Home. We're going to turn left here and walk down the street for a short distance before crossing over near the west entrance to Magnolia Market. Let's cross the street and head into Magnolia. One thing you'll always notice here is the beautiful landscaping. Throughout the grounds, you'll find a wide variety of plants carefully combined to create different colors, shapes, and textures. And, of course, here at the entrance is a magnolia tree, a fitting welcome as we make our way into Magnolia Market. This area on the west end of the property is known as the Shops at the Silos. It was added as part of a major expansion of Magnolia grounds that began in 2020 and extended the property toward 8th Street. The area was designed to resemble a small village of individual storefronts, with 6 boutique-style shops lining the walkways. Each has its own theme and selection of merchandise. The individual shops have changed some over the years, so even if you visited Magnolia before, you may notice that a few of the names and offerings are different as we walk through. Also located here is the historic old church. Originally built here in Waco in 1894, the church had been sitting vacant for years when Chip and Joanna Gaines purchased it and moved it to the silos. It was carefully restored as part of the expansion, preserving much of its historic character while giving the building a new life here on the Magnolia grounds. As we move deeper into Magnolia, we've come to an intersection where Magnolia Press and Magnolia Home are off to our right. We'll walk back through that area later as we make our way out, but for now, we're going to continue farther into Magnolia, passing by the historic old church. Right behind the church, we find the mini donuts shop, along with a couple of food trucks and Katy Ballpark, Magnolia's small baseball field. The ballpark was added during the expansion of the silos and was inspired by the baseball field that once occupied this property. Today, it provides some open space in the middle of Magnolia where visitors can relax, and you may even find a pickup game going on while you're here. As we head into the food truck area, there's a sign with a nice map of the entire Magnolia property. I decided to stop and get a picture of it, so if you'd like to get a better idea of how everything is laid out here at Magnolia Market at the silos, just pause the video and take a closer look. The food truck park is another popular part of the silos, with a collection of local food trucks gathered around a shaded outdoor seating area. You'll find a variety of choices here, from burgers and pizza to grilled cheese, hot dogs, sweet treats, and drinks. The individual food trucks can change from time to time, but if you're looking for something to eat while exploring Magnolia, this gives you plenty of choices without ever having to leave the grounds. Let's head over to the garden and the Magnolia Seed and Supply Shop. Here, the historic silos themselves become more prominent, towering over the garden and providing one of the most recognizable views anywhere on the Magnolia property. The garden is designed as both a working garden and a place to wander, with raised beds, seasonal flowers, herbs, vegetables, and plenty of pathways to explore. Like the landscaping we saw when we first entered, there's a lot of attention given to mixing different plants, colors, and textures throughout the space. At the center is the small garden shop Magnolia Seed and Supply, where you'll find gardening tools and supplies, seeds, planters, and other items for the home garden. It all makes this one of the quieter and more picturesque areas to explore here at the silos. Let's head past the silos and over toward the large lawn at the center of the property. This is one of the main gathering places at Magnolia, with plenty of open space to relax, play lawn games, enjoy something from the food trucks, or just take a break while exploring the silos. Just beyond the lawn, we come to two of the best-known buildings here. The large white building is Magnolia Market, the main retail store, and one of the original attractions when Magnolia at the Silos opened in 2015. Next door is Silo's Baking Company, the small white bakery that opened in 2016. It's known especially for its cupcakes, but you'll also find cookies and other baked treats here. The bakery can get quite busy, so don't be surprised if you find a line outside during the busier parts of the day. As we headed around behind Magnolia Market building, we decided we might as well go inside and take a look around. In particular, we wanted to check out the t-shirts, and we actually found a couple we liked enough to buy. Before we head back, if you enjoy our videos and would like to help support the channel, you can become a Find Us Here member by clicking the Join button below. Your support helps us continue traveling, filming, and bringing you more videos like this one, and we really appreciate it. It was time to start making our way back to the car, and as promised, we're going to head back past Magnolia Home and Magnolia Press. Magnolia Home is the large showroom here at the Silos, filled with furniture and home decor arranged in complete room settings. It gives you a chance to see the Magnolia style on a much larger scale than what you could see inside the Magnolia Market. Next door is Magnolia Press, the coffee shop we passed earlier on our drive in. As we leave Magnolia through the gate beside Magnolia Press and get one more look at the front of the building, we're going to end today's video here. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more of this kind of content, like the video, share it with friends, and leave us a comment to let us know what you think. We invite you to join us on our website at findushere.com, as well as on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon. Meanwhile, check out this video next for more travel fun, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss any of our new content. Your subscription is always free, helps us grow the channel, and is always greatly appreciated.